Yeah.
Okay. So Wow Studio Fitness, in association with Abhyuday Club Guna and Sparkling Divas Raigad, welcomes our guest of the day, expert of the week, Dr. Pallavi Shah, the lady with the beautiful mind, beautiful body, and beautiful soul. So when I meet her in Melbourne, I was so impressed with the beauty and brain of Pallavi ma'am that I was like, कि यार बंदी हो तो ऐसी होनी चाहिए, नहीं तो नहीं होना ही ठीक है. Super magnetic personality. Once you will listen to her, you will feel the aura, the positivity of her within her mind, within her body, within her soul. So a brief intro about Pallavi ji. Pallavi ma'am uh, is an NRI. She is residing in Melbourne, Australia from a long time. She is a dentist, a gold medalist, a spiritual thinker, spiritual orator, and she is working for Women Health, working for holistic health at Monash University, Melbourne. She is supervisor of training for neuro-linguistic programs at Monash Health. I was like thinking of neuro-linguistic programs to introduce within ourselves, but Pallavi ma'am told me that initially we should work with toxic-free lifestyle, then we'll go with the neuro-linguistic program. So looking forward for this upcoming workshop soon. And the best part I came to realize about Pallavi ji is she is constantly working for wellness and especially for women wellness. She is taking regularly a number of workshops, webinars at free of cost just to facilitate all the positive vibes a woman can gain from her side. So I'm very obliged to have you here on behalf of Abhyuday Club and Sparkling Divas. Now I will like to hand over my mic to Priyanka Agrawal, who is president of Abhyuday Club Guna. She would like to welcome you here. Yes, Priyanka, up to you. Unmute yourself. Yep, now you're audible.
Good afternoon and thank you so much for joining us. Fellow members, please join me in giving our guest Dr. Pallavi Shah, BDS, PGJ, NLP from Monash University, Melbourne, the most cordial welcome. It's my pleasure to extend a cheerful welcome to you, ma'am. And your presence makes us very happy. And as we all are aware that we have gathered here to discuss points on physio correction, power yoga, traditional yoga, how to detoxify ourselves, mental health, meditation, and diet management. And we are looking forward for this meeting, ma'am, and hope in the end we have lots of information with us, and so that we can detoxify ourselves and get some positive energy, ma'am. We welcome you, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you so much, Priyanka and Ruchi, and welcome everyone. Thank you for that wonderful and warm welcome. Now, let me correct, if you allow me to say one thing. This session is not about me, and it's not about much more information. I'm sure Dr. Ruchi has given you so much information about so many different things. Now, as you know, the name of the session is Detox. What we are going to do is we are going to detox the unwanted information. Just like we don't want toxic people around us, we all want very happy people around us. Just like that, we don't want any toxins to enter our body as well as our mind. So that's why this session is not at all about me. This session is about removing everything from our minds and bodies that do not serve us at all. Okay, so let's start with a few deep breaths. Okay, this is my 8th session for the day. I've been zooming all day, and it's about 10 o'clock here. And this is one topic which really lights me up. The reason is being a mom and a full-time worker. When we are surrounded with toxins, that's what will sap and delete you of all your energy. Now I've got a question for everyone. How many of us here really feel tired by 4 or 5 o'clock in the evening? Give me a show of hands, or even just a thumbs up. Yep.
Yes.
Yep. I'm sure many of us, I'm not the only one who used to feel, in spite of eating well, in spite of having the best food and exercise and yoga and everything, there was about 6 years ago, I realized there was something that was lacking. I'm giving myself the best of everything, yet the mind feels tired, the body feels tired. So what needs to change? I'm quickly going to take you through a screen share. Before that, let's just put our hands on our hearts. Today is all about connecting you to yourself, okay? It's not about me, and just like the beautiful name Wow, which is created, Wow is all about you. And by the time we leave the session today, if there is at least one thing you can change in your lives, in your lifestyle, could be one thing you can get rid of. I'm not talking of people here, I'm only talking of things. Could be one thing that you will stop using for yourself. This session would be more about transformation than information, okay? We are all very much bombarded with information from WhatsApp and Google and here and there, but this session is about simplifying your life to really bring sophistication into your life, all right? So let's just put our hands on our hearts and take 3 deep breaths, okay? You can just rest, relax, rest your shoulders down and take 3 deep breaths. Start right from the bottom of your navel. Imagine imagine a baby sitting or sleeping right in front of you. Every breath the baby takes, you see the baby's belly rising up. Imagine that sort of a breath taken by you. Now, is my screen seen by everyone?
Yes, ma'am, it's clearly visible. Yes, ma'am, it's clearly visible.
Thank you, Ruchi. Thank you. So this is what we're talking about, becoming a queen, a real queen of wow. Now, could a few of you all actually tell me what has brought you to this wow session today? You want to look good, feel good, you want to have a happy family. What else could it be? Give me your own reasons. Unmute yourself before you go. And any 5 of you all maybe.
And we want to be healthy.
Healthy, great. Yeah. What else?
And of course, look good.
I want to be happy like a child.
Oh, lovely.
And I want to feel good.
Feel
Yeah,
good.
for me
Excellent.
also
2
it's
more.
like all negative thoughts gone out from my head, something like this, just to feel like lightheaded kind of.
Yeah, all right, excellent. To feel light. Yeah, we all carry too much weight, too much burden over our shoulders. No wonder we droop. And our shoulders, this area of our neck and shoulders is always the most rigid. That's where all the weight comes from. Yes, Priyanka, I could see your hand up.
Ma'am, I just want to increase my patience level so that I get irritated less, and so that I can be happy more, because nowadays because of so much pressure and work and all this disease going on, we are so much irritated right now, so that and exhausted, taking precautions and all. So I just want to increase my patience level and feel calm.
Absolutely. Excellent. Thank you so much. So I promise you one thing, by the end of the session today, you will feel much more lighter, because you're going to let down the weight of expectations of everyone. Your life is going to be so much more simplified. Okay. And what we see ahead of us is like a heart-shaped, a beautiful tree with some beautiful scenery. That's exactly how your heart is right now. So what we are going to do over the next 30 minutes or so is going to be able to connect to that beauty within us. All right. So take a nice deep breath and just relax into your session. Go and grab yourself a cup of hot tea or coffee, or just some water while I'm talking. Okay. One thing as a prerequisite for a detox is drinking lots of water. So make sure everyone has a drink bottle or just a glass of water next to them. Okie dokie. Now, can everyone see my screen?
Yes, ma'am, it's visible.
Excellent.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
So most of us know a bit too much about eating right and exercising and maybe rest and manage stress. Now, Indian women, of all the women in the world, are 85% of Indian women are stressed. We are like gold medalists in being stressed. We can get stressed for anything and everything in the world, okay? So that's one reason we need to take more care as compared to Western women, because Western women, they probably don't care a damn about anything, but we care for each and every person in the family, in the world, And the one you forget is that special heart we saw first. Okay? So eat rice, exercise, rest and manage stress. We'll go through a few strategies. But today what we are going to talk about is reducing our toxic load. So what does that mean? I'll come to you in a second. And then inform self-care. Where we really fall behind, our first three ladders might be working well. Stress management, yes, no, maybe, depending upon how informed you are. Thank you for muting yourself. Everyone, it'll be great if you can mute yourselves. Thank you. So reducing our toxic load is one thing we are going to work upon. Until and unless if this pyramid has to be complete, if you really want to feel happy and light and energetic and free from any negative thoughts, which would be in a positive mind frame, we really need to get rid of all those toxins. Now, I'm not going to tell you ways to get rid of toxins in your life or ways to detox only, but I'm going to take you through a journey. I'm going to give you a power of choice to stay in a place where life is toxic or embrace a new life with toxin-free living. Okay, it's a beautiful choice. I embraced that lifestyle about 6 years back, and I'm much more happy. And I bet the kids, I've got two kids, 15 and 20, they would see me much more happier now and feel that, rather than I was like one of the stressed women, very anxious and very frustrated and irritated, like how some other people said. So a few of our problems we've already spoken about. One of the biggest one for women today is fatigue, is being tired, is burnout. We women are very much on the verge of burnout. And one of the main reasons for burnout is we overdo every single thing. Okay, so is today's session about doing less? Well, we will be able to do much more than we are doing now, but from a state of balance and from a state of ease. And who would not like more ease and grace into your life? If there's just two things which every woman would love, that would be ease and grace. Because when we are in a state of agony, we ourselves hate that. There's times when there'll be so much guilt in a woman's life. So that's what we are going to avoid today. Now, apart from these things, mood disturbance, mood swings, and brain fog is one of the other things which troubles women a lot. Anything else that you would like to add on to the list so that I can take that in more detail? Please unmute yourselves when you're talking.
That's indigestion.
In addition to all this, yes.
Indigestion.
Sorry, indigestion. Okay, yeah, thank you. Yeah, well, indigestion or acidity or gastric burn is one of the commonest symptom of the big S of the stress. And indigestion is linked to so much more, like thyroid, like PCOD, and other endocrine diseases. So indigestion would be a big one we would talk about very, very soon. Okay. And currently in this COVID scenario, all those who've been taking too much of kadha and too much of healthy drinks, I have to tell you, we have to detox our body from that over usage of herbs as well, because what Indian doctors are currently seeing is gastric ulcers, indigestion due to over drinking of ginger and turmeric. So anything in excess is not good for the body. They are great when taken in small quantities because they're very powerful herbs. So just like anything in excess, too much stress is not good. Being nervous, being a bit stressed to get yourself working out and to motivate yourself is good. We'll call it positive or eustress. But being nervous to the point that you're causing yourself indigestion, burnout, fatigue is really a matter of concern. Now let's come to why do we need to detox, okay? Anyone here who thinks, well, my life is really good, I really don't need a detox? Anyone here? I would love to see women like that who actually don't need a detox. Anyone here?
I never detoxed, and I feel like never detoxing myself because of my exercise schedule regularly
Yeah,
and
excellent.
mindful eating. I think these are two stress busters for me. So exercise and eating habits of mine is feel like I don't even feel toxic or overloaded or stressed or nervous kind. So
Me too.
Excellent.
Like sometimes I feel ki I have not eaten that much ki I need to be detoxed. But I tried once few years back. It was like 3-4 years back. I tried to do that detox through Ayurvedic procedures, but it was not successful one. I couldn't do that.
Yeah, excellent. That's nice. And it's great that your body doesn't need a detox. Well, we are going to come to a few points. We all feel detoxing is removing things what we've eaten from the body, which have been harmful for the body. But we're just going to dive into another whole world full of information, which some of you might or might not know. But this was new to me about 5-6 years ago, and I'm wearing something red, if you can see. So a lot of you will be unhappy with the information I'm sharing. That's because you might not like it. Everything that I've been doing until today, you might feel has been going wrong. And why are we talking about that? That's because whatever we do directly influences our kids. And whatever we put on our body, the air that we breathe is 10 times more harmful to the kids than to us. And we're going to have a lot of bombshells bursted today. Let me tell you one thing. The air inside our houses is at least 50 to 70 times more toxic than the air outside. Be that Melbourne or be that Guna in India, that doesn't matter. So when I was told this, I was like, no, you're lying. That can't be true because I really keep my house clean. So we're going to go through a few things now, right? If anyone has any queries, feel free to stop me at any point. Kidoki, where do all the toxins come from? Okay, shampoo, eyeshadow, lipstick, the hairspray, deodorant, blush, foundation, perfume, and body lotion. If there is just one thing that even any one person of you can leave from today, can totally give up from today, what would that be? And why would that be? Okay, I'll give you all some time to answer. Before that, let me just highlight on a few things. As a rule of thumb, now we are talking about holistic living here. Holistic, what does holistic mean? Having a balance of the mind, body, and of course the soul or spirit. Okay, now we all want to look great, but like the whole world is wants to look great, but at the cost of feeling miserable. And I'm sure, like a lot of us said, we all want to feel happy. So we want to look good and feel great. That's our goal for today and should be for the rest of our lives. So for that, we have to detox from using all these things. Now, if someone would say, out of all these things, if there's one thing that is most toxic that you cannot do without detoxing, what do you think it would be? Any guesses?
Maybe lipstick.
All right, maybe lipstick. Yes, because lipstick is full of lead, and lead is one of the most toxic metals, which can lead to many disorders in the body. And a lot of women can't live without lipstick. Your clothes, very close. Something much worse than lipstick.
shampoo.
Shampoo. Okay, what else?
I think deodorant, right?
No, it's nail paint.
Okay, it's nail paint. Yes. What else?
Deodorant.
Everyone is very close.
Body
I'm just
lotion.
talking about the peak.
Ma'am, foundation.
Foundation. Yes. What
Body
else?
lotion.
Body lotion. You're very close. Your lipstick and body lotion is very close. I've already given it out to you. You tell me now.
Soap.
No,
Body
I said,
lotion.
yeah, it's very close between lipstick and body lotion, and it is fragrance.
Deodorant. It's a deodorant. Fragrance.
Yeah, fragrance.
Perfumes.
Okay, anything that has a smell. Okay, now everything that you use in your home for your body or for your cleaning or for your makeup, each and everything has a fragrance. Fragrance is a smell, and everything that is marketed, everything that comes in a bottle or in a pouch always has synthetic fragrance of all the compounds in the world. I'm going to talk about the dirty dozen, okay? The 12 things which no house should have. But before that, the one deadliest thing which can cause attention disorders, more so in kids, and also which can cause a lot of hormonal issues. Now, one of the biggest problems women face are hormonal issues. All that is linked to fragrance, to smell, okay? And whatever is available in the market always has synthetic smell. Fragrance is not bad. Fragrance from flowers is very, very natural. But whatever is bottled is synthetic, created in the laboratory, and comes at a big cost. It comes at a massive cost to women, okay? So apart from all that you said, very, very right. But if there's one thing you can leave this session with, it could be say no to anything that smells, okay? Be it good, you might like it, you might not like it, but anything with an artificial smell is actually bad for the body. Now we are going to talk about the dirty dozen, as I said, in that. Now, in a lot of personal care products, fragrance is decepted in a word called parfum. We think it's a French word, perfume. Oh my goodness, how good can it be? But it's one of the deceptions of the marketing media, okay? Sodium lauryl sulfate, all soaps, all shampoos have this. Triclosan. Now, we all have been lathering ourselves in detoxing, while detoxing from the coronavirus. What have we all been using all these months for sterilizing our
Sanitizers.
sanitizers, and triclosan is one of the biggest culprits there. Now I have to tell you this, okay? The less sanitizer you use, the better it is, because one rule of thumb, whatever goes on your skin gets absorbed within 26 seconds. It takes less than 26 seconds. So whatever you put on your skin is really, really important. Our palms have got big pores. So whatever you put on your palms automatically sinks into your body. And it won't just stay in your palm, it's going to reach every nook and corner of your body. Every portion of your body is going to be toxified with the products you use, okay? So let's start with the morning. We use a toothbrush, toothpaste, as well as sometimes mouthwash. They all have triclosan. What does triclosan do? It will kill the bad bacteria, which is great, but it will kill all the good bacteria as well. What's happening because of all the hand sanitizers and all the triclosan that's coming into our lives? Anyone? We are all getting deficient. Now you're going to be surprised, by the end of this pandemic, over 80% of the population, the global population, is going to be deficient in vitamin B12. We all already are, along with vitamin D, vitamin B12. Why? Because only bacteria can create vitamin B12. If you're not taking a supplement and just using your soaps to clean off the virus, what you're doing is cleaning off so much good bacteria and good microbiome that our body really, really needs, okay? Now, this is a very, very deep topic. To complete it, I usually take over 6 weeks to go through the entire topic, but we are just going to zoom through the entire topic. Feel free to stop me whenever you have a query. Okay, so after the dirty dozen, let's come to why are we talking about these dirty dozens and how is it going to affect us? First is going to be skin allergies, eczema. For those who are not worried about their skin, the big C after COVID, okay? And you might not get cancer, and I pray no one here, everyone here has a very, very healthy life. But it's not about just you, it's about passing it down over generations. That's what we are worrying about most currently, because I'm going to tell you something really, really, you really have to come onto the edge of your chair and listen to this. About 4 years back, a newborn baby's blood from his placenta was taken. And you'll be surprised. That blood, when it was examined, it had over 300 toxins in its body. That's just a newborn baby. Within 30 seconds of birth, the blood was taken. And where do all these toxins come from? The mother eats the best food when she's pregnant. However, the mother has been lathering her body into all these personal care products, and all the cleaning products we use are equally important. Okay, who uses phenol and Jif or Sif or what else, Harpic? I'm sure all hands would go up, isn't it? Now, by the end of the session today, set yourself thinking. You're going to have two pathways. One is, I don't care, I want to be clean, even at the cost of my health. Second is, I want to be clean, but I worry as much about me as much as my kids and the future generations. Okay, so we are going to have two options for every person here today. Okay, so be really, really mindful about what you put in your body and the air around what you're breathing. So the big C, infertility, PCOS, PCOD. Ruchi, tell me the Indian average of PCOD or thyroid diseases. In Australia, it's 1 in 3.
Yeah, it's same here. 1 in 3 and 1 is to 4. When talking about the young generations who are in early 30s, they are more prone to PCO and hormonal imbalance. And I'm dealing with all these PCO and health infertility cases. Like every 2 females who visits me for my fitness session, complaints of the same PCO and hormonal variations with them.
Sure, sure. Yeah, so it's pretty much a same average globally. So infertility. Now, the thing that's really of worry is birth defects. We have been really healthy all through our lives because our mothers and our grandmothers and our ancestors have really been taking care of themselves. Okay, they have really practiced the human beings, whereas we have become human doings, just doing one thing after the other and trying to become that superwoman, trying to do each and everything just when you want, how you want, just because it looks great to the world, just because you have to do it. Now, how many of us here really are pushed to do more and more and more in terms of achievement, in terms of I don't have a choice, I have to do this. It could be, you don't have to go out and work for that. It could be even at home. How many of us here really have been pressed and pushed to do more? Can I have a show of hands? And I would love if, even if a few people say, well, I'm really relaxed. I really am not under any pressure.
I would request all the participants to please show either thumbs up or raise hands so that this session will be more interactive and we will help you more in your lifestyle with your. So you can drop your message in chat box, or if your video is on, then just please show your thumbs up or hands raised.
Yeah,
or you
this
can
was
drop
the
in
thing
chat box
like
too.
a few years back, but when we started to work on our fitness, on ourselves, these things has really stopped us now. Like we are I am not doing stressed myself now.
That's great. That's great. And see, this is a beautiful affirmation to yourself that I feel light, I feel at ease. However, I've got to tell you one thing that might not appeal to everyone, that everyone might not agree to now. If I say I don't feel stressed, I'm not feeling the stress. However, what's happening is every cell in our body, we are made up of trillions of cells. Every cell in our body is under oxidative stress from what we eat, from the water we drink, and from the air we breathe. When we exercise, when we are doing soulful meditation and other soulful activities, service activities, it makes the body balance slightly. However, all our bodies, all of nature, plants, animals, and us are building blocks. Our cells are exactly the same. And every cell is screaming out, is dying to be in homeostasis. Now, this is one very important term. Homeostasis just means to be in balance. Okay, but because of the food we are eating, we might be eating very mindfully, we might be cooking our food really well, but however, if it's not purely organic, and I don't even know the sort of the branded organic food in the market, if it is really organic. So our cells are actually in a lot of turmoil. And that's why, even if our generation is not worried, it's about caring for all the next generations, because every cell of yours was predetermined when your grandmother was born, because she was carrying the future genes within her. And just like that, the birth defects and the reproductive problems, and one of the biggest one is learning disabilities. How many women here actually feel like a brain fog? They get a brain fog. Brain fog could be like, I'm a bit confused, can't learn much new, or I just feel tired, I don't understand much. Especially with kids, and having teenagers around can be very dangerous as having little kids around. Yeah, a lot of us actually feel that brain fog. And where does that brain fog come from? In spite of exercising, after you're exercising, your bodies are releasing those beautiful endorphins. You feel great for some time, and then some. Not necessarily all of us exercise twice a day. It might just be one good session a day, but still brain fog can set in after those endorphin levels come down. Okay, so one of the biggest causes for brain fog could be these toxic chemicals. Now, one very important thing is, apart from the toxic chemicals, the toxic metals that enter our body, like we spoke about lead from our lipsticks, within a woman's lifetime, at least over 5 kgs of lipstick is intaken by her. So that's a lot of lead for the poor liver. Just like we want to have beautiful bodies, but those poor liver and the excretory organs, which really have a toll upon them. One important thing I'm going to talk about today is radiation, electromagnetic frequency, which is the biggest cause of concern. If anyone should be concerned of one thing, that would be your devices, all the devices, including what we are talking. A bit of a shame. I would have loved to do this session one-on-one or like face-to-face, but a bit of a shame that even while we are doing it, we are exposing ourselves to tremendous electromagnetic load. Okay, and our brains are very susceptible, and the poor kids under 6 years of age, they are going through this ADHD, attention deficit syndrome. The biggest reason for that is their exposure to radiation. Now, apart from our phone or our screens, what do you all think would be other sources of radiation? Other massive big source of radiation, which all of us should stop ASAP. If there's one thing we need to stop, after fragrance though. Fragrance would always be first. If there's one thing which would need to stop after fragrance, what do you think it would be?
Use of microwave we can reduce.
Yes, excellent. What else could we do?
Televisions also.
Televisions, yes.
Screens.
Wi-Fi connection, actually in the zone of Wi-Fi connection, I really saw a plant got dead in that tradition. So
yeah, absolutely. The Wi-Fi zone is one of the most dangerous zones, and we feel when we use Wi-Fi, we feel a bit hi-fi, but that is the biggest deception, because Wi-Fi is the silent killer for everyone. Now, like you see on the screen, infections are only a very small fraction of what we really need to worry about. Our bodies are blessed with so many beautiful cells who will take care of the infections, but the toxic metals and the electromagnetic frequency, or the radiation, or the Wi-Fi you can call it, this is what is actually causing a lot of turmoil in our bodies. Okay, so to really have, we cannot dare to talk about mind, body, spirit yet, because we are just bombarding the body with so much toxins. So forget that the mind will be at rest, and the poor soul, it can't even complain. So if we all can do one thing for ourselves, just reducing our timing and usage of our devices. And another very, very important thing, sleeping at least 6 feet away from your devices. How many of us actually sleep with phones around? And I would love to see this on your side.
I used to switch off my phone at 9 p.m. and I'll switch it on at 8 a.m. That's a rule for me, and everyone around me knows that. Yuchi ka phone to raat bhar band rehta hai. And I make sure ki we'll put on alarm clocks So to wake up in the morning, and I'll keep all the phones outside the room. No phone allowed in my room, just to have a peaceful sleep in night.
Yeah, beautiful. That is one of the biggest self-care, what would I say? Like the gold standards in self-care is what I would call it. Your body will thank you for that. Just because getting a good night's sleep itself is the most regenerative thing for the body. And our phones and all the other devices. When I say not having phones in the room, that also means not having televisions in the room.
Yes.
Okay, that also means not having any other devices. Go for those old, if anyone wants alarm clocks, go for those old alarm clocks, which you actually hate when it rings. Okay, and how many of us actually wake up and pehle darshan karenge to phone ka hi karenge? How many of us? Be very, very honest.
Not like that.
No, that's great. That's great. I'm loving this audience from Guna. You're all already so aware of so many things. That's great.
Ma'am, we are having audience across the globe. We have from Australia, US, Malaysia, Dubai, Guna, Delhi, Raigad, Chhattisgarh, Gujarat, Odisha, Karnataka, because Wow Studio is like global, so we have participants across the globe. Abhyuday Club from Guna and Sparkling Divas from Raigad. So this is a beauty competition. One of my friend Dr. Sneha Chipani is taking on. So they all are with us. So you are inspiring so many of us today with your positive vibes.
Thank you so much. And wonderful to have this global audience here. And wherever we go, women are the same, women's issues are the same. So unless we change, we cannot expect the world around us to change. If we leave this session with one thing today, I'm going to come to each and every one of you here, okay? So make sure you're right on the edge of your seat and you can absorb as much as you can, okay? Leaving aside those electromagnetic radiations though. Okay, so even calculators, forgetting phones, even calculators, anything which has a battery is actually discharging you. It's sapping you of your energy. And if you realize our parents or our grandparents or our ancestors were much more happier without all this electromagnetic frequency. And there's one thing we can do. These sort of maybe not so good looking, I wouldn't like to call them ugly looking cacti. If each one can do a favor and you can't get yourself away from using, we live in a world where we cannot get rid of EMF radiation, at least buy yourself some cacti. They are great to absorb electromagnetic frequency.
Okay.
They might not look great in the bedroom, but they do a phenomenal job. Anyone else who can come up with a few things on how to reduce electromagnetic exposure? Any ideas from all our global beauties? And I love the word wow. You know, every woman has that wow factor in her. So while we leave the session today, I would like everyone to feel like I'm the queen of wow. You know, there's one person special here, and that is each one of you. So what are y'all doing, if anything, to reduce or what would y'all like to do to reduce your exposure to EMF, which is radiation?
I have started doing like turning off my Wi-Fi for night.
Sure.
Yeah, this is one I can think of.
That's great. That's great. Great during the night. Turning your Wi-Fi during the night should be one non-negotiable priority for every one of us. Even if like you've got a 2-story house or you sleep right in the front of the house.
करके सोया करेंगे बहुत रेडी करते हैं ना वो तो नुकसान करते हैं बॉडी
Right. Now let's talk about during the day. Raat ka to we've sorted it out. Wi-Fi to definitely ban karna hai, no matter how tired you are, because Wi-Fi is causing much more harm to your kids and to older people as compared to you. So if you don't care as much about yourself, which you should be caring the most, but if you're too tired to do so, just think of the kids. Okay, during the day, what can we do? We cannot avoid, we cannot totally get away from technology. Technology is great when we work with it, but when we are working against technology, what can we do? I've got something right here. Very, very simple. If everyone can see my screen. It's just a simple Himalayan salt lamp. Okay. For anyone who does not have a salt lamp, that's okay. In India, you just get these big stones, Himalayan stones. Just take a bowl and put them next to you, wherever you sit, especially wherever kids sit. Make sure there's a Himalayan salt lamp. This is one of the easiest, best, and the cheapest things. I don't want to call it cheapest, but one of the most inexpensive things, yet the most effective. Okay, like our grandmothers or their mothers, what did they do to detoxify the aura? They use salt or they use chili, isn't it? Because salt has the capacity to actually suck out anything that's negative in the environment. That includes negative ions. And when we sit right in front of technology, what's happening to the aura around us? No matter how much Om you chant, no matter how much you're trying to groom your soul, you're busy toxifying that body. So just a simple thing like that.
In place of Himalayan rock salt, as you told us about Himalayan salt, we can put rock salt also.
Rock salt would be equally effective, but Himalayan salt has many more minerals. So I'll come to your point, and I've also got a slide for that. The difference between rock salt and Himalayan salt is that rock salt will take away, or like whatever eating salt we use, Tata namak or whatever coarse namak, it'll take away the negative ions. But what the Himalayan salt will do is it'll impart a lot of positive ions as well. So your salt is doing half the stuff, and to complete it, Himalayan salt is great. If you don't have the Himalayan, don't worry, your salt will work equally. Okay, but if you really want to take your detox one step further, Himalayan salt would definitely be a place to go. Okie dokie. Apart from that, one thing we can all do to detox, I'm talking about something very, very simple, is just oil pulling. Now our mouths, our oral cavity, it's like a gateway for the entire body. All that's happening in the body, in your heart, in your liver, everything is seen in the oral cavity. So one simple thing to detox, not just the mouth, but the entire body, including your excretory organs, would just be taking 1 spoonful of coconut oil. Could be any coconut oil, just not processed. It has to be unrefined coconut oil, and swishing it in your mouths. We actually do it together. It's going to be a lot of fun. Okay, and before we do it together, I'm going to tell you what it does to your mouth. Okay, now if we have any dentists around there, I'm sure no dentists in India would talk to their patients about oil pulling. One of the biggest reasons is that if you oil pull, you will not have any or many oral decays or oral health issues. Oil pulling is one sure shot way of ensuring your oral health. What does it do? It'll restrict tooth decay. It'll give you a good breath automatically. It'll heal gums. What I'm more interested about today is it helps to prevent cardiac disease. It'll reduce inflammation and it'll boost immune system. Now, one very, very important thing we have to talk about is inflammation. When we say, I never feel stressed, I exercise so much, I eat the best food, and I make sure I'm thinking the best thoughts. However, when I spoke about our cells are really hungry for a good environment, our cells are screaming for balance, 99% of our cells are inflamed. Inflamed is not in their normal state. Okay, and that is what is causing, like Ruchi, you said indigestion. One of the biggest cause of indigestion itself is just a symptom. There's a lot of hidden factors underneath the indigestion. So just oil pulling is one of the simplest, yet most effective. Now we're all actually going to do it. And the best thing of oil pulling is you don't need coconut oil right now. You can go back and do it. One of the best things is it's going to tone up your cheek muscles and especially your cheekbones. And it's going to be like more of a facial exercise. Okay. And the way we are going to put it up together is we are going to do a mind, body, soul detox at the same time. So imagine you're taking a spoonful of coconut oil in your mouth. Okay, there's no water. Now coconut oil will go, when it's into your mouth, even if it's winter, the moment it enters your mouth, it's going to liquefy. with your body temperature. So imagine you've got a mouthful of coconut oil. What you're going to do is just swish it from one corner of your mouth to the other corner. What you're doing is much better than what you would, the result you would get with a facial, which you do once every couple of weeks or 3 weeks. Just keep swishing up and down, and it's actually going to remove the toxins from every nook and cranny of your mouth. So your body will really, really thank you for oil pulling. Keep pulling till you feel really tired. For how long should you pull? Start with 5 minutes. About 15 to 20 minutes is best for your muscle strength as well. Okay? After oil pulling, one very, very important thing. And I'm sure you all have spoken a lot about this in your sessions. And who can tell me this? If there's one thing, if you do, it'll increase your energy, it'll boost your immunity, it'll give you great digestive system, good sleep, great mood, emotions will always be positive. It's the most anti-aging. One thing that you can do to yourself, for yourself,
This
by yourself.
pranayam, breathing exercises like what we do.
Absolutely, pranayam. And so much beauty in that word pranayam itself. Now, I'm sure everyone knows many different ways of pranayam. We are going to talk about pranayam for detox, okay? I'll slightly tweak the word pranayam, but what happens when we are born? We start with an in-breath, inhale, and hopefully we all get to rest in peace, and we finish our lives with a nice, peaceful exhale. Between every inhale and exhale is where the magic and miracles happen. Every cell in our body actually gets the chance to revamp itself, to regenerate between that magic. So that inhale and exhale. Now, would any one of you like to say, do you have any special form of pranayam which you think will help you detox? Which is one of the bestest way to detox through pranayam? Any favorites here? Any personal favorites?
Yes, I like to do Kagacholi pranayam. That's a unusual pranayam, not famous one, but I love that. And I used to teach every participant of mine that I feel like that's good for thyroid and boosts up your mood. And of course, for lung infiltration, it's very good.
Right. Excellent.
So that's one Kagacholi pranayam. That's different one.
All right. That's good. Thank you for sharing that. And with different sorts of pranayams, there's so many different types of pranayams. Make sure you have your own favorite, just like Ruchi has her own. Okay. Now, we'll talk about 3 special breathing exercises. Very, very simple, which will increase the rhythm flow. We all want our life to be really rhythmic and in flow and in balance, even when the kids are all over the place, even when you feel really frustrated, even when you feel irritated, you want to feel that calm. And just like the water flows very gently, this little exercise is going to reduce your heart rate, your blood pressure, and you can do it at any place, at any time. Very, very simple. I'm going to go through this really quickly because we've got a fair bit to cover. And Ruchi, tell me how much time we have left.
Ma'am, I have settled the meeting for 2 hours, so we have sufficient time to go. So no worries for the time part.
All right, excellent.
So it's only 56 minutes happened for this meeting. So we have 1 hour, 5 minutes with you. So you can stretch and you can teach us the best you can. So we are ready to grab all the positive things from you today.
Thank you, Ruchi. Thank you. I didn't realize I need to be mindful of the time because it's 10:30 and I get back to work tomorrow morning early. So I'll try to wrap it as well as I can. Okay, so let's talk about rhythm. Very simple exercise. When you want rhythm in your life, which is every single moment of your life, if your in-breath equals your out-breath. Now, what happens to most of us when we get really anxious? We are going to very shallow breathe. Most of us. Biggest cause of acidity is shallow breathing. But when we want that rhythm, let's all do this together actually. I need to stop sharing my screen now. Give me a second. Let's all do this together, okay? Now, who can tell me one difference between when you're doing any form of pranayam or just a breathing exercise? If someone does not like the word pranayam, you can just call it my breathing rhythm exercise. Who can tell me the difference between placing your hands like that and like that? Why would you do this?
When we put our hands like up, na, it increases the breathing. We do the more of the chest breathing is more like it's a more of we inspire and expire. It's like inspiration and expiration is more with the our hands up. I have experienced it.
Yes, you're so right, Sneha. And this is like a golden rule.
Yeah.
When you're opening your hands, opening your palms and putting them on your knees or just by your side, what you're doing is you're opening your lungs, and the bottom 1/4 of your lungs, which are never used or very sparingly used, you're actually increasing that capacity of the lungs. So the most beautiful thing for you to do, for every 30 minutes of what you're sitting or just doing nothing or just very busy at life, give yourself 1 minute. Give yourself the gift of being present for yourself. Okay, so we are actually going to do 3 simple exercises, very beautiful. Out of those 3, even if you just take 1 along with you and do that every single day, it'll be great. Okay, so we are just going to sit like Sneha said. You can sit in this chin mudra or whatever suits you the best. Best to be done when you're on the floor, but right now still doesn't matter. We're going to do this thrice only, just as a demo. Breathe for the count of 4 and exhale for the count of 4. Just feel into that rhythm. And by the time you finish it the 3rd or 4th time, you'll see your cells have actually started dancing in joy. Right? Now we are going to go to the next one. This is a very, very special one. And that is, now this one we could call it the water breath. You can do it anytime, whenever you want, wherever you want. The next one is going to be called a bit of a funny name, but a whiskey breath. And I called it whiskey because it's about 10:30 now. And anyone who wants to relax, 10:30 here in Melbourne, anyone who wants to relax, it could even be at 4 o'clock in the afternoon in India. You want to relax, you just want to let go of all your tension. What you do is the 4 in breath and out breath, we just did, you double up the out breaths. So in breath is 4 and out breaths is 8. Okay, and I've got this sign of infinity. We might just think, you know what, everyone knows this, but it's not in the knowing, it's in the doing here that really matters. See that magic, see that spectacular joy that your cells are going to be in. Let's do it twice. So for every few hours in the day, if you can give yourself a few relaxing and reviving breaths. Whenever you want, whenever you really want to feel calm, if you give yourself the gift of this breath, your body will thank you. And immediately, what's going to happen? The beauty of these breaths is, immediately it sends your body into homeostasis. Now, the next one we're going to do is going to be quite a funny one. And even if you like or dislike the first 2, the 3rd one is like a coffee breath or a cocoa breath. It's going to give you an immediate burst of energy. And as women, everyone wants to have enough energy. Even at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, when you feel that slump and you really want to reach out for a coffee or a sugary drink or anything sweet for that matter. Okay, so we are going to do the coffee breath now. We did the water, we did the whiskey. Now we are going to do the coffee breath. Most powerful. Now this time what I would like you to do is just tilt your head slightly up and take the tip of your tongue and roll it around the roof of your mouth. Whenever you're fearful, whenever you're scared, this is a very important tip for all our kids, those who are going to give exams. The body automatically goes into a stress mode, into a fight or flight mode. Just to relax yourself, one thing you can do without letting anyone know. Say I'm feeling really nervous in front of 40 of y'all. What is one thing I can do that will help me immediately curb that nervousness? Would be Just taking your tongue, putting it on your palate, on the roof of your mouth. And what it does is, it's going to light up. It's going to light up a nerve called the vagus nerve there. What the vagus nerve does, it'll put your body into relaxation immediately, within a fraction of a second. So for me, this was like $1 million little tip, because you can fake it. No one knows that you're doing it, and it makes you feel great at the same time. Okay, so and do that. And the coffee breath would be, now as beginners, you can just hold your finger here. Just take sharp inhales, exhales, very, very sharp, just from the tip of your nose. Keep your finger here, and let's just do it 20 times. Now, for all those who are looking to lose weight, for all those who have tried to lose weight, have reached a good weight, but are on the plateau phase, just breathing itself is one thing that will actually help you lose weight. And I'm sure Ruchi would be able to talk so much more upon breathing and just boosting your metabolism. Ruchi, would you like to ponder upon that one?
Yes, ma'am. We are working for 15 minutes meditation every day with aura healing sessions. So the breathing is the most important aspect of that meditation. And with exercises too, I used to pinch, take a deep breath with this one and try to exhale the max with that one. So in that way, we'll be boosting up the metabolic part and reducing the cholesterol level.
Excellent.
There is a question. Please guide anything for weight gain. We have a very slim participant here, Pooja Khandelwal, one of our dear friend club member. She is very slim and she just want to put on some weight.
Excellent.
Take
So
ours.
what should we do?
Take ours weight.
Definitely, Pooja. I'll tell you one other thing, you know. One of the reasons people do not put on weight is, are you an overthinker? Do you think too much for every single thing? I don't see Pooja.
Pooja, unmute yourself. Pooja,
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Are you an overthinker? Do you think too much?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
All right, that's good. Then. That's good. One other
Actually,
thing.
ma'am, I feel I'm fit, but I always heard to others that you are very slim. You are very slim.
Okay. As long as you have a healthy BMI, as long as you're fit and you don't have any physiologic conditions, and you feel confident in front of the mirror, that is one thing that really matters.
Yes.
Okay. As long as everything is in good place in terms of your body numbers, it doesn't matter. Okay. But if everyone is saying you're too thin, look, you look great to me.
And sometimes I feel very tired. बहुत जल्दी feel होता है मुझे.
Right. देखिए ये जरूर एक indication है that your body is asking for something more. So that could be, it might not necessarily be in terms of weight, adding weight on your hips or on your cheeks or somewhere else. It might just be the body is craving for some nutrition. Just giving yourselves more vitamins and minerals, and of course some protein along with that. And just for you, we've got this next screen right in place just to answer your question. Okay. So following the rainbow diet every single day, every color has a lot of deep psychology behind that color and affects every system in our body. Okay, so making sure we might not be able to eat entirely according to the rainbow every day, but making sure you at least have a few colors on your plate will actually make your life very vibrant and heal yourself. Colors themselves have a lot of healing capacity. Okay, so Pooja, what sort of food would you choose out of here to add on a few grams, maybe a few, if not kgs? What would you like to add on out of the rainbow here? Can everyone see my screen?
Yes, ma'am, it's visible.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, yeah. Probably a few more black fruit and brown foods. Having chocolate. Now, this would be especially for middle-aged women, anyone over the age of 30, who starts getting a few mood swings. And of course, it could be under the age of 30 too. Everyone gets mood swings these days. having chocolate every day. Now, when I say chocolate, I do not mean dairy milk or store-bought chocolate. I really mean make your own chocolate. Now, the next part of what we are going to be talking is DIY. Just do it yourself, okay? Just because anything that comes in a package itself has pretty much a lot of toxins in it. So going out and buying raw cacao, I'm not saying cocoa. Cocoa powder has a lot of added sugar, and it's purified to a point that it gets toxins within it. So just buying raw cacao powder and making your own chocolate with coconut oil or ghee with it, or just homemade butter with it, and just having a little biteful every single day is going to help you with your vitamins, with your magnesium. One other reason you probably might be feeling tired, or many women here, just one mineral in your life and you just suddenly feel a burst of energy is magnesium. Talking about detox, we all need a detox, a magnesium detox in our body. Simplest way would just be take a tub or a bucket, add some magnesium salts, Epsom salts, magnesium sulfate. Any pharmacy, any smallest shop would get, you'd have that. Okay, just add 2 scoops full into that and soak your feet for about 20 minutes. Best detox, magnesium is one of the minerals which your bodies can easily absorb. Even young kids who get pain in their calf muscles when they play too much, they feel. Or sometimes kids are not even playing much yet feeling that pain. Just a simple Epsom salt detox will actually cure all those issues. Okay. So nourish your body with colorful foods and, sorry, give me a second. Okay, we are talking about a holistic plate. Okay, different sorts of foods. Have purple color every single day in any form. Now in India, you might get jamun or bengal or anything that's purple. If not, I'm sure purple cabbage might not be as common, but purple grapes. Making sure your child has enough colors on their plate is one very important thing. Okay. After that, let's talk about seed cycling. We spoke a bit about PCOD and PCOS. One thing you can do for yourself to get rid of your mood swings would be seed cycling. This is what our mothers and our grandmothers and their mothers probably did to have very fertile lives. And now a lot of us are losing our periods very soon. Girls get their periods very soon. Menopause can start as early as 35 for women these days, which is, you know, pretty much it's a reason of concern because all the estrogen is good for us. Okay, estrogen protects us from a lot of things that really don't serve our body. So just the seed cycling. Ruchi, do you all talk about seed cycling during your diet?
No, ma'am, not exactly in terms of seed cycling. Just I used to give daily diet or weekly diet plan, and I used to give particular amount of nuts or these pumpkin seeds for their diet. I used to add them as medication in every day for 1 teaspoon or say more than that if a participant need for something.
Yeah.
Like what I know about is these pumpkin seeds are very good for white discharge problems and for joint pain. So I used to suggest them to take 1 teaspoon pumpkin seeds with 1 cup of hot milk. That will help them in relieving from white discharge, like that.
Sure, excellent. And just having flax seeds. Now, when to have the seeds is another important thing. Have it during the right phase of your menstrual cycle. Now, our mothers and our grandmothers and their ancestors were very, very connected to the lunar cycle, which we call the moon cycle, as well as the menstrual cycle. We are so disconnected from these natural cycles. So it's time for us to connect back to the roots. If we really want to thrive in our lives, we really need to set strong roots. Okay? So, and these will not just regulate your hormones and your mood, but it's giving you so much of protein. Simple sesame seeds will give you much more calcium than any amount of milk. And again, talking about milk, such a big source of toxins. Your milk I talk is like the store-bought or the packaged milk. Okay, so let's go to the next one. Let's talk about Himalayan salt versus table salt. Now, I would really like to have a show of hands here. How many of us use table salt every day? White Tata salt or any other store-bought namak? How many of us?
I
Most
have
of us?
stopped using. I have stopped using that, and I am not. I am using now Himalayan pink salt.
That's great. That's great. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if we can do one thing for ourselves, that would be simplest thing. One step to change into a beautiful lifestyle would just be using Sindha Namak, what we call in
Yeah,
Hindi,
Sindha
just pink Himalayan salt. And why are we going to use pink Himalayan salt? I'll tell you in a second. The white salt is great for our body. We really need a lot of good salt, but the white salt is only rich in sodium chloride, which is going to be a culprit for your high blood pressure. Okay, but with pink Himalayan salt, you're going to get 84 more minerals. Okay, you're going to get more trace minerals. It's a great source of magnesium. And plus, one very important, it's going to help to alkalize your body system. The biggest cause of acidity other than stress is all the foods that we are eating. So one other thing is to help alkalize our body systems, to regulate the blood sugar, and very important, to regulate the body's natural sleep cycle. Himalayan salt works just very beautifully. If you can do one simple thing for your family, just switch on from common table salt to Himalayan salt. Table salt, whatever you have at your home, you can use it for your detox. Okay, use it for your reducing your electromagnetic radiation. Keep it in bowls or in dishes next to where your kids are studying on the computer. Or just put some in the bathroom, put some in your toilet to get rid of any negative energy. All right, we'll quickly zoom through the next. Okay, exercise, I don't even need to mention here. You all are doing such a fantastic job with exercise. Now, one thing I'd like to definitely focus on is using dance as a form of exercise, because along with giving you all the benefits of your cardio and your flexibility, your balance and your stress, boosting your memory, helps you reduce stress. Even any form of exercise will help you reduce stress, but a special attention or a special applause needs to be given to dance. It helps you connect and it helps you express yourself much more. Okay, one of the biggest form of self-care. Now we are going to talk about self-care. Self-care could just mean 5 minutes. If you're very, very time poor, it could mean 2, 3, 4 minutes per day, but non-negotiable activity which you will do for yourself every single day. Okay, so choose whatever you want before we walk out of the session, which we will definitely walk very quickly. Choose whatever you want, but make it one non-negotiable priority. Why are we talking about self-care? There is nothing else that women can do for themselves to improve their energy, to feel very calm and to feel clear and balance their minds, for happy hormones, to get into routine. A lot of times women will get into these workshops, and as long as the workshop or the routine is going well, all good. After that, there's a slump for their mindset, for the positivity, for everything. If you're looking for a mind, body, soul, a harmonious relationship where your creativity, your experiences, your attitude, your personality, your choice, everything really needs to be in balance. If you're looking for that, there is no other way than self-care. Okay, we'll quickly finish on using some secret shifters every single day. See something or do something while you breathe. Say we are all together on this beach. We can't go out anywhere in COVID, but let's imagine we're all together, say maybe in New Zealand or maybe in Mauritius. Just take in a deep breath, a pure, deep, soulful breath. With inhale, take in whatever you want. I inhale lightness, I inhale happiness, I inhale peace in my life. And with your exhale, exhale anything that does not serve you. Anger, frustration. Okay? So you're left with a choice to feel blessed. You can either choose to feel stressed or blessed, but I'm sure all of us would agree we need to feel more blessed and grateful and excited and thankful. And I really choose to be happy and thankful to each one of you. And I would urge each one of you to go on to celebrate your mind, body, and spirit, and to take yourself on a festivity every single day. This does not have to be only when Ruchi organizes these webinars or seminars, but every single day, make yourself that, that queen of wow. Okay, now any questions to be taken? I think we are already running over time.
Yeah, you must have be having 11 p.m. there, right?
Yes. Yes.
So yeah, one question in chat box, ma'am. It's about ki if we are not using lipstick or any other chemical-based cosmetics, so what should we do? What should we use? Because we are used to with the things.
Yeah, great question. Now, when I say don't use it, don't use synthetic products, don't use products which are marketed by the big brands. I'll give you a simple example. Like L'Oreal says you're worth it. I'll tell you one thing, you're definitely not worth all the shit in the world. That's what L'Oreal will package into their products. You are so not worth that shit. Okay, you're very well worth of natural products, of things that are organic, of things that are good to the environment as much as the economy. Okay, so use natural brands. I can tell you a few. I'm not sure of those in India, but Inika is one of the natural brands, Nude by Nature. It'll be expensive. Now, one red flag, when you decide I want to switch on to this lifestyle, it might be a bit more expensive. However, it'll save you a lot of medical bills later in life, not just for yourself, but your future generations are going to thank you because you're not going to leave them behind with PCOS, PCOD, diabetes, and other chronic disorder. Okay? So
Okay,
try to
so
minimize makeup. Yeah, sorry, Ruchi. I'll just go on and
no, please continue.
Try to
Please
minimize makeup. We don't have to have that Western mindset of look good and feel miserable. Literally, that's what the Western world is under right now, and that's why we have so much depression, so much anxiety, and so many suicide cases. Okay? I'm great the way I am. I don't need to please anyone. And grooming your inner self really matters as much as the outer self. Give yourself that boost whenever you feel like. Don't feel guilty about that. Just as one other thing is about food, whenever you're going on whatever diet, don't feel guilty. Indian mindset has always been food is a blessing. Whereas the Western mindset is food should be scarcity. Food is like a curse. I can't eat this and I can't eat that. So bless your bodies with the most beautiful food, just like your mothers and your grandmothers blessed you. Okay. Yes, you can
Okay,
go on.
so one more question from a participant. How to cope up with bad breath problem?
Bad breath problems. Okay, great. Just starting to oil pull. Oil pulling is one of the easiest things. Now, when you oil pull for the first couple of days, you will realize that your breath is really nasty. It really stinks. What you can do is you can add a bit of Himalayan pink salt along with that, and you can start with a drop of lemon. However, I would not urge you to use lemon for more than a couple of days. For all those who use a lot of lemon water for your detox, you're detoxifying the gut. However, it's not good for your teeth. Okay. There I would talk about essential oils, but that's a whole totally different story, which is much more powerful. It will not cause you any harm. At the same time, one drop is good to alkalize the entire family, not just one person, but the entire family. Okay, that story is for another day, definitely.
Yes, I'm using that essential oil the time we met in Australia, and that's really, really great. And I have used in as a perfume, as a substitute for deodorants, as substitute for fragrance, and in many, many products. And I'm loving that now.
Right.
Yes.
And
So, ma'am, we have one more question with us.
Yeah, sure, Ruchi. Go
yes. On. Other question is, you told to avoid fragrance in our daily life. But everything, whatever we are using, from the food particles to the chemicals to the cosmetics to the bathroom accessories, everything is consists of fragrance. So how we can avoid or minimize them?
Great question. Great question. And this is a sequel to the session today. Don't ask me to dive into it because I can talk about this all night. Okay. So DIY is the way to go. Do it yourself, just like your mothers did it, just like your grandmothers did it. I'll tell you two simple things. Okay, your grandmothers never use shampoo. Okay, if you go to the US, if you go to a Whole Foods store, what they will be selling at least 20 to 30 times more expensive than what we get in India would be Shikikai and Rita. Detox, DIY yourself, have great hair. Okay. The cost at which it's sold there, you will get it at a fractional cost in India. You might not get that bouncy look straight away, but it's not toxifying your body. That's more important. Whatever shampoo you lather on your head, make sure we've got millions of pores on our scalp and it sinks into the brain. So all the toxins are reaching into a place which is meant to be really noble. Okay? So if I have to answer it in one word, it's going to be DIY. Do it yourself. How you can DIY every single thing, starting from your toilet cleaner to your toothpaste, to you name it, and we can do it. Okay? And just with 3 simple ingredients. One would be baking soda, which everyone has. Now I have to tell you one other thing. For all those making cakes, dhoklas, and everything else with baking soda, stop using that every single day. You're only going to increase your high blood pressure. Okay? If you're using soda every single day, stop doing that. Every time you use soda, you have to cut down salt from your diet altogether that day. That would be miserable. So reduce your baking soda is great for cleaning purposes. Okay? Great to detoxify the bathroom. It's so not good for our bodies. Second would be vinegar, just to clean up the homes, to the sticky surfaces. And the third would be a few drops of lemon essential oil. You can make your own essential oils if you have the time. I certainly don't have the time. But using stuff which is inexpensive, which is good for the body and good for the entire environment. Okay? So that's what I would say, just DIY on simple things.
Ma'am, one
Yeah, so
question, please.
Sure.
Yes, who's this?
Ma'am, one thing that I would require is one tip you can give us for getting instant energy, because most of the time I'm working for 12 hours and most of the time I feel drained down. One is that, and second is to have a glowing skin like this, like Ruchi ma'am. What should I do?
Well, for the second question,
And
I'll
of
pass
course
it
your
on to
skin also, ma'am.
Sorry.
And of course your skin also. Both are glowing. So please give me some tip.
I'll answer your first question and I'll pass it over to Ruchi for the second question. So the first question was a quick boost in energy. Very, very
Yes,
important. Don't expect quick boosts if you're not having a good diet. Okay, so a quick boost definitely would be a high sugary snack. In natural sugars though would be dates or prunes, or like curry. I'm not sure what you would call it in Hindi.
Dry dates.
Dry dates
Yep.
as well. Coconuts. Always have these at your hand. Make these, I call them bliss balls, power bliss balls. Make them for yourself, for your kids, just like what your nani or dadi used to do. You actually need to go back to your roots. I would so not be the best person for this. However, I'll try to answer this. That's what we do using all the dry fruits you have. I can send you a recipe. It's called Health 21. All the dry fruits you have, including the chironji and every single thing, and a bit of dates, just mix them with coconut, and you can use either ghee or coconut oil. Okay. Now, one other thing, if everyone wants consistent energy, make sure you eat 1 spoonful, a good scoopful of coconut oil every single day. Great for the skin, good for the brain, and great for our hormones. And if you've got
virgin coconut oil, ma'am, virgin coconut oil, or okay.
Yeah, the extra version would be great. And what it should not be refined coconut oil. Okay. And let's talk about refined and unrefined here. Any oils which you're eating, especially in India, you get all these kachi ghani ka tel. Start eating those, because refined oils are the ones which are going to increase your blood pressure along with all the other things. Okay. I'm not going to beat around the bush with the rut again, but with your high blood pressure will come a whole range of other symptoms. Okay, so just having a scoopful of oil, giving your kids before they go to school, that's going to give them a sustained energy. When we are talking about an energy boost here, you want to look for sustained energy. Eating whole grains. Now, a lot of people in India are looking to eat quinoa and all the Mexican and American foods. One thing we need to realize, our bodies, our Indian bodies, have different genes as compared to American, Mexican bodies. So quinoa is going to be a sort of a toxin for my body. My body knows jawar and bajra and rice and wheat, so I can sustain with more energy with those foods. So just using, I hate to call it common sense, but just using intuition like our parents did it. Okay, follow your moms and your grandmothers and you will never go wrong.
Yeah, true. I do prefer that, ma'am. Traditional eating habits are the best source to energize ourselves and make ourselves healthy. So I'll always prescribe all those who demand diet plans from me. I always prescribe to go to your roots. What is your food habit? If like you're Gujarati, then go with your food types, or if you're Marathi, then go with your food types. Never to copy others, just to call yourself healthy. You never know what's going inside your body.
Yeah,
So that's the best part. Ma'am, one more question is there. I just request participants to drop in chat box earlier possible, because the Pallavi ma'am is running short of time. It's 11 p.m. there. She must be. She has to go on bed and back to work tomorrow. So ma'am, one last question, please. One of the participants, our question, she is using Ayurvedic and homeopathic shampoos from a long time. So is it equally harmful as the chemical-based brand products?
All right. Now, a rule of thumb goes here. Okay, this might sound a bit dangerous because I hated it when I learned it first. Anything which goes on the skin or which you breathe, if you can eat it, you put it on the skin. Would you drink your shampoo? Would you give your child your shampoo to drink? No.
Never.
Now, I'm not telling you to eat shikikai or rita, but because it comes straight from nature, whatever comes straight from nature without any additives is good for the body. And is good for the environment as well. Okay, so anything that comes in a bottle definitely has to have preservatives. For the simple reason, for the liquids put in, if they don't have preservatives, the shelf life can't be more than 7 days. Okay, that's a rule of thumb for the industry.
Okay.
So it might not be as toxic as the other shampoos, Pantene and probably the other shampoos, but it might not be as good as the 100% natural ones. Okay. Glowing skin remedy, definitely very simple. Lots and lots and lots of water. Now I've left that as the last one for detox. Okay. You can go around the entire world and still come back to your roots. Our body is made up of over 70% of water. So just one thing you can do is just drink lots and lots of water. If you can't drink lots of water, what do? You add pieces of fruit into your water. Just have infusions of water. Stop drinking tea, coffee totally. For every 1 cup of tea or coffee you drink, you should drink at least 4 cups of water before that. Okay?
Right.
That can be a bit of a pain. So I've seen a lot of people stopping the coffee because 4 cups is a bit too much. Okay? If you really need a coffee, coffee is great for your body. If you really need a coffee, best time to drink it is 9:30 to 11:30 in the morning. That's when it will work for your body. Anytime after that, it's going to work against your body. Okay, my period has come, then my pimples also come. This happens with a lot of women. Go back to the seed cycling, go back to getting in connection with your menstrual cycle and a holistic diet, and you won't have issues. Okay, a lot of times, whatever is seen on your skin is definitely a reflection of what's going on inside your body. Okay, so going back to the roots, drinking lots of water, and of course, the 5 white things can be very, very deceptive. Sugar, salt, flour, white rice, and any refined foods, and of course, milk as well. If you're looking to upgrade to a holistic level, just stopping milk altogether, or going in steps, reducing the intake of milk itself will help you to a great level. Okay, and don't worry about where you'll get your calcium from. We are really being fooled by media all these days that milk will give us calcium. There's a lot of other plant-based foods that will give you much more calcium, and plus it won't give you the breast cancer and all the other cancers that milk can give you. Okay, so for me to say that milk will give my kids strong bones, it's the biggest myth. All right.
Right. Okay, thank you so much, Pallavi ma'am. We are blessed to have you with us for a so good time. So I would like Dr. Sneha Chitwani to share her experience about today's session, the mentor of Sparkling Divas. Yes, Sneha, over to you.
Yeah. A very good evening to all of you, and thank you so much, ma'am. We are very much thankful to Dr. Pallavi Shah ma'am for giving us the amazing knowledge on the holistic things which we must have all forgotten and now we will definitely go back to our roots, and we will definitely love to go back to our moms and grandmoms for making our life healthier one and a brighter one. And thank you for giving us such amazing knowledge on how to improve our health, how to get rid of the negative things from our life, and definitely we'll improve ourselves on the body, mind and soul thing. Thanks a lot, ma'am.
Absolute pleasure. And I'll tell you one more thing. The only way to get good health is to share what you know. You're not going to lose your health when you share what you know. So to get good health, to achieve any beauty in your life, is only to share the goodness. Okay, so keep the ripple effect on, keep the ball rolling, and thank you everyone.
Thanks a lot, ma'am. It was a wonderful knowledge we got.
Yes, one more second.
Sure.
So we have mentor of Abhyuday Club, Mrs. Renu Agrawal with us. So I would like to request Renu to share her experience on behalf of Abhyuday Club and give thanks to ma'am for vote of thanks. Over to you, Renu. Unmute yourself. Unmute yourself, Renu. Renu, you're not audible. Renu, you're not audible. Unmute yourself.
Okay, now I'm audible.
Yes, now fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Dr. Pallavi, ma'am. Seriously, we always known us about our roots, and what our mom said, what our dadi said. We always denied them to that. You don't know about कि क्या चल रहा है, क्या नहीं चल रहा है. आप कुछ नहीं जानते हो, हम हमेशा उनको deny करते हैं. I think everyone here would be get benefited with this session. We all Abhyudayans are very happy to connect with you. Of course, thanks Ruchi to you also for arranging such type of meeting. In the COVID time, something good is happening to us. Thank you so much, Pallavi ma'am. Abhyuday Club is very obliged to have with us.
Thanks to all these current tough situations which have given us the opportunity to meet such wonderful peoples. अगर ये COVID नहीं होता तो हम लोग ये सब नहीं कर पाते शायद.
Very true.
There is something good
COVID
behind
only,
every negative thing. Na? There is something good.
Yeah. Actually, this learning process which came up with this COVID pandemic is the best part of this COVID.
We can
Everyone
connect globally,
is in the
actually.
learning mode. Yeah, we can connect globally. Everyone is in learning mode. Everyone is ready to grab the knowledge from anywhere they can. And because of this, we are approaching to supreme knowledge, supreme intellects, like we did today with Pallavi ma'am. So thank you so much, Pallavi ji. You're here. Looking forward to have some more sessions with you, like DIY sessions and some more positive energy sessions. We'll connect you and catch up you soon. Thank you so much. It was loving to have you with us today.
Thank you, Ruchi. Thanks.